Okay, this is how I clock the rings on my GY6 150 BBK kit, 60 millimeter. Here's your piston. This is your intake side, and this is your exhaust side. Intake side is always bigger. And what I did was I took a red felt tip marker and drew a line straight across, marking where the pin rides. So, right where the pin rides, I split the piston in half with a red felt tip marker. There, I marked it. And then with a blue marker, I put a mark straight across this way and straight across this way, creating a Y axis on both sides. And on the exhaust side, I have one coming straight down the middle. Okay, we'll start with that one. Exhaust side straight down the middle is where I have my oil ring separator gap. It's the ring down here that looks squiggly, kind of like a doily. I don't even know what it's called. I call it the oil ring separator. But the two oil rings pretty much make a sandwich out of this thing. It's like the piece of bologna in the middle. Well, that's where I put the gap for the separator, down that center one. And off to the right here, this blue one coming down, that's the gap for my top oil ring right there. The top oil ring. And then coming down the left side here, that's the gap from my bottom oil ring. Then if you spin the piston around, so now we're looking at the intake side. Intake's always bigger. And if we follow the right side down, that will be the top compression ring gap. And if we come down off the left side, guys, that will be where my bottom compression ring gap is. And the bottom compression ring is always darker in color, and the top one is always lighter on these GY6 big bore kits for some reason. My top one was marked with a T, and the bottom one was marked with a T2. So top, and then T2 for the next one down. And I set my ring end gaps for, the top one was set for 9 thousandths and the bottom one was set for 11 thousandths. And I just did some research online to figure that out. There's plenty of information online about how to figure out your ring end gap. That's for another video. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you how to clock your rings. And whatever you do, you don't want any of your end gaps lining up over top of each other, because then you could lose compression and you'll get blow by and all that stuff. And you don't want any of your end gaps over top of where your wrist pin or clip is. So you don't want any of them over top of this area or over top of the other side here. And that's it. Thanks for watching.